Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a blessed day. So today, as we kind of wrap up on the book of Ruth, I just want to kind of speak to other Ruths out there, the other girls like myself, who you have a past, and you're not yet married, you're single, and if maybe you don't know this story yet, and maybe you think that God cannot love you or use you because of your past. Maybe like Ruth, you come from an incestuous background or from a history of idolatry. You were worshipping other gods, the god of money, the god of other people's husbands, the god, whatever god you were worshipping outside of God, whatever life you've lived before, armed robbery, whatever. God is just not a respecter of persons. He's just looking for those who choose him and love him. So if you're going to choose him and love him, he's going to work with you anyway. Okay, so don't look at your past. Ruth just cut everything. She turned her back on everything she had ever known. Her country, her family, her people, her culture, her language, her God. Like everything that to her made her who she was, she turned her back on it because she decided to follow the God of Israel. She decided to go for purpose. It wasn't all clear in front of her. She didn't know everything that was going to happen the next day, but she decided to, live on the edge, live on the wild side, believe. Because she had been married to this family for 10 years. Like, she saw that they had this God that they believed in, and so she was like, let me just give him a try, because maybe I've been living this life, I've been sleeping around and I don't know, hoeing around and stealing people's money and being dishonest and following the crowd and doing whatever everybody else does, and it's not gotten me anywhere. So why not choose the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the God of the Bible? Why not try him and see? But to try that, she had to cut back everything she had ever known, because God is the opposite of what mankind says. So you have to be willing to cut back the past. So she did that first, and then once she did that, she decided to walk in purpose. You see, once you decide to choose God, you have to now seek purpose. You have to actively seek after your divine assignment. You can't just sit there and expect that the sky will open and some angel's going to drop down and be like, yeah, my daughter. No, it doesn't happen that way, okay? You're going to have to seek God for yourself. You're like, God, okay, I've chosen you now. Now please talk to me. What would you like me to do? What would you have me do? Then you look at yourself. You look at your talents. You look at what you like, what you don't like. One way or the other, if you study yourself, you take time between you and God, okay? He's going to let you know why he sent you here. And then when you're doing that diligently, he's gonna, in fact, once you just start doing it with a pure heart after God, he's gonna bring the right people your way. I just had a conversation this afternoon with another friend, and it was just amazing how God works. Like, man, you don't understand. Like this, I never would have imagined it. I never could have planned it myself. But God just ordered our steps to just meet. Just because I decided to follow purpose, and this person decided to follow purpose in the right time, he's just like connected us. And no, this is not my Boaz, so no. That was not my Boaz, no. This is just, another connection. So Boaz, I'm still here. I'm still here, yes. Anywho. So yeah, work in purpose. I'm telling you, don't know the people that God is going to bring your way. Or some people, like people that you can relate to. Like, you're right. You understand? Like, you guys see eye to eye. You understand the same things, okay? But you have to seek your purpose and work in it. Okay, and God is down. He doesn't care where you're coming from, because we've been talking more about Ruth because the book is about Ruth. I'm more concerned about Ruth, but it's bigger than just the lady of Ruth, because the Bible is all spiritual things. So it's teaching us, or whether you're male or female, it's teaching you something about the way God works. But when you choose him and you walk in purpose, he's gonna sort you out. He's going to hook you up. You're going to make history. You're going to change the world. You're going to fulfill your assignment. And when I say you're going to make history and change the world, not everybody is going to make history in like a newspaper way. But one way or the other, you're going to make history when you fulfill your divine assignment. One way or the other, you're going to change somebody's life for the better. So, however small you think your talent is, God gave it to you for a purpose. So just like seek after your purpose and use it for his glory. And he's going to hook you up, no matter what your past is. Because I was mentioning yesterday that Boaz's mother was Rahab. Rahab was a harlot. She was a hoe, yo. She was a prostitute. But she's the one that God used. Okay? He doesn't care about any of the things that the world will frown on. All he cares about is that you will choose him. Fine, you didn't know, so you lived a certain life. Whatever, he created you. You're his child anyway. He's just saying, come back to me. Just give me a chance. Let me use what you've been using to please other people. Let me use it for my purposes. And then you're going to get the best result out of it. So whatever you've done in the past, like, don't look at your past. Whether you're a woman or you're a man watching this, like, don't look at your past. God is saying, choose him. Walk in purpose, and he's going to do the rest. I was just listening to Give Me That. That song by, what's his name? Kirk Franklin and Mali Music. Love that song, you know. And there's a part in there, he's like, I choose you today. You know, you're all I want. Give me you, okay? You have to get to that point where you choose God despite all the odds. You're like, give me you, because you got everything. But you still want God. Like, he's your priority. He's your number one. And then you're going to get that Boaz, or if you're Boaz already, you're going to get that Ruth. And then you're going to be hooked up. Because in the chapter 4, it says, you know, and Boaz took Ruth for his wife. And then she got pregnant. I'm telling you, in the same chapter, yo, they ain't wasting no time. She got pregnant quickly. And then she had their son, Obed, who begat, you know, Jesse, who begat David, the man after the very heart of God, who became, you know, Jesus, son of David, became the father of Jesus technically. So, you know, because they decided to walk in purpose. Ruth is just a 4-chapter book in the Bible, but I think it's such a powerful book in the Bible. It teaches a map, a general map of how like life should be. There's many books in the Bible that you could get that from anyway, so please, as I say, I'm not a pastor, I'm just the one who loves Lord, okay, and I just speak as what I understand. But I can see so clearly through this book that it applies to anything, not just about marriage or Ruth or Boaz, but your walk with God, your divine assignment. Because one of the first things we learn in the book of Genesis about God is that when he created man for a purpose. And when he did, after he had done that, he was like, it's not good for this man to be alone. He's going to have a helpmate to fulfill that assignment. So when you pay attention to that and then you put it in this chapter, yes, it relates to marriage. You understand what marriage truly means. It's not just to appease your parents or society. That you're saying that you're crying because maybe you're 40 years old and you're not married. But what if God's purpose for you means that you don't get married until you're 45? Are you gonna like be depressed and drink and sleep around and like mess up your divine assignment just because of what society says? Or are you gonna seek God for yourself and just be cool because you know that you are pleasing God, your Father, your Creator, the one who sent you here in the first place? If you look at it from that perspective, you realize that it's all about whatever God has sent you here for. Just like in the book of Genesis, when we applied to Ruth, when she decided to choose God, then she began to work in purpose. Because once you choose God, he's going to now start giving you ideas. He's going to now start giving you a clearer picture of what your divine assignment is. It might not take a week. It might not even take a year. It might take 10 years. But when you seek after him, he is going to show you what that purpose is. And then as soon as you're working in that purpose, it says here in the book of Ruth, he brought her Boaz. Understand? And your Boaz, who is your partner in purpose, might not always be just, okay, it is your husband, but my point is, when you begin to work in purpose, he will align you with the right people, including your Boaz. But not just limited to your Boaz, but your Boaz is your partner in your in purpose. It's like the Adam to your Eve. So the two of you together can do what no other two couple can do. But then not just that, he's also going to bring the right people into your path, who's going to be a blessing to you. And then also outside of that, you're going to make history. Don't forget that part, because you are going to make history. You're going to do something that has never been done before when you work in purpose. And there are people who are going to hate on you, people who will not understand. Like even in the chapter 4, the guy, the other relative who came before Boaz, who had the right to marry Ruth, he was like, no. Like somebody would say, H-E, double hockey sticks, no. It's like, I want nothing to do with that girl. I'm not going to touch her with a 10-foot pole. Keep her away, sign of the cross, move her from me. And so Boaz was like, you're lost. And he married her, and now he's the great-great-great-grandfather of Jesus Christ. And we don't even know what that guy's name is. Nobody cares, because he didn't make history. Boy, he was just regular, status quo, following the crowd. Who wants that? Boo. So you know what? Just make this chapter a book that you read for your life. Don't just make it about the marriage part, because yes, that happens, and that's great. But I think it gives a good blueprint of life in Christ. It's that you first choose God. You seek your purpose, you work diligently in that purpose, He's going to bring you your partner in purpose, and together you're going to fulfill your assignment and make history. So when you look at it that way, it's a pretty awesome book, right? It wasn't just about marriage or about 300 in the 8 packs. It was bigger than that. But with God, you always will get the, the added things. As I said, I'm really excited to see what God is going to do with my Boaz. No, you don't understand. Like, I'm really excited. It's going to be pretty awesome, guys. It's going to be off the chain. Because I really believe that this blueprint is what it's all about. But it has to be in that order. Because God brought Adam and gave him his purpose before he brought Eve. Okay? It's about why God sent you here before your husband or your wife. And you might sit there and watch this and say, she says that because she's not married. But no. I say that because I truly believe it. Because this is my life. I'm living it. And I see that if I was married, the kind of devotion I have to God would not be the same. Not to say that when I marry, I won't be as devoted to him as I am now. But it's just that my perception is different. I see him, I put him in his right place. So now whatever husband is going to come my way, he's just going to be a gift. He's just going to be a blessing. He's going to be someone who is my partner in purpose for us to please God together, to achieve our divine purpose together. You understand? But it will never be about the actual marriage itself. Because if it was about marriage, look at all these, you don't even want to know how many married men have hit on me. And it's just so sad. Like, some of these guys are so young. Their wives are younger than me. Can you imagine? And they're hitting on me. Some of their wives, like, can't even look like me. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, so, seriously, what again are you looking for? Because I don't even look that much different from your wife. And some of them too, I look like the exact opposite of their wife. Either way, they're married and they're still looking for something. Because, you see, they are not following purpose. They didn't look for God or purpose. So, even though they have that wife, there's still something missing. They're still searching it. And they think it's physical. They think it's the body. But it's not. If it was the body, they have a warm body in their bed. Why isn't that satisfying? And the same for the woman. You might be married and then now, because these days you hear all these stories of women cheating also. But you're not happy anymore. And you're like, he doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't look at me. He's chasing young girls. But did you marry him based on purpose, or you just married him because it was the cool thing to do? Or because he was wealthy? Or because your parents were pressuring you? So this is for those of you who are still single. Don't make that mistake. And as I said, if you're already married, God is a merciful God. It's never too late to seek him. It's never too late to walk in purpose. And he's going to sort you out. Either way, it's always God first. Purpose. And then everything else follows. Yeah? So until tomorrow, live in purpose. Because, we're trying to be a different kind of people. Because Jesus is coming soon, people. I don't know if you've not heard, but he's coming back. And when he comes back, the world is going to be a crazy time. So you don't just want to be regular. You want to be prepared. You want to be married to the right spouse, okay? Yeah, man. It's not a joke, people. So be aware. If you don't know, now you know. Okay? Rest in peace, baby. Anywho, so till tomorrow. Live in purpose, people. All right. God bless. Bye.